Okay, so this video is going to be on how to generate leads using LinkedIn Sales Navigator and DuckSoup. So just to give a bit more background about these two tools, um, Sales Navigator is available within LinkedIn. It costs about £60 per month, and it just gives you the ability to search for particular individuals within your target market very accurately and to send bulk messages to a lot of the people within those searches that you've created. So Sales Navigator can be purchased within LinkedIn and then you can access it just by selecting the Sales Navigator button. Um, DuckSoup is available on this website and it costs about £15 per month, and it's really easy to quickly install and set up. So I think it'll be really useful to quickly jump in and just see how Sales Navigator and DuckSoup work together. So once you're in Sales Navigator, you can do a search just to see um, the extent of the number of people who are within your target market. Um, so for this example, I'm going to use dentists. So dentists are quite a specific audience. And so there's a number of different methods that need to be used in order to make sure that you're targeting only dentists and not other types of professionals. And more importantly, you want to be targeting the decision maker within the dental practice. You don't want to be targeting somebody who's an assistant or a secretary. So it's helpful to take a look at, just by doing a search, what are the different roles within whatever type of company that you're trying to target, or whatever sector they're in. So in this case, dental practices, you can see generally the decision maker will be called the practice principal. So once we know that, we can aim to target just these people, and we can aim to make sure that we do not target receptionists, dental nurses, hygienists, etc., because those people aren't going to be good to market to, and we're going to be wasting our time by doing that. So within Sales Navigator, you can search based on a number of different criteria. So in this case, we're going to look at keywords. So one thing we can do is use the Boolean search. So effectively that means you can use and or keywords in order to define the type of individuals that you're going to be targeting, the types of profiles. So here I've created one already where we want to target people who have dentistry in their profile, dental practice, or dental clinic. We don't want to be targeting anyone else who doesn't have any of these terms. And we want to make sure we're avoiding people who are doctor in the medical industry, hospitals, recruitment, because those aren't going to be the type of people that we want to be targeting. So you just go ahead and enter your keywords in here. For geography, we're going to just go ahead and target the United Kingdom for this example, but you can target any major city. You can be quite granular with the geography, and that will just reduce the number of people you're targeting and enable you to be a lot more precise. We do get an indication of the number of results here, which is useful. Relationship, this just indicates what relationship they have to us in LinkedIn at the moment. So you can select third and everyone else, group members. This is really useful because if you join a group of dentists, you will be able to target every dentist within that group. So this is really useful because you'll be able to connect with people who are not second or third connections automatically just by joining that group. So it enables you to fast track yourself into a situation where you can target a lot of different individuals in whichever group that happens to be. So we'll definitely include group members and second connections. We don't need to include first connections because the purpose of this initial list is going to be to connect with these people, to connect with these dentists so that we can message them. So we don't need first connections for this example. Role is also important. So being able to target them based on their seniority within the company. So we're just going to add in here a number of different job titles. So here I've entered practice principal, principal dentist, managing director, owner, CEO, founder, co-founder, or partner. So this will give us the top level decision makers within the practice that we want to be speaking to, and enable us to set up a conversation with somebody who can actually make a decision. And we do not want to be speaking to technician, receptionist, nurse or therapist, assistant, hygienist, etc. So we really want to be avoiding anyone who's not going to be a decision maker within the dental practice. We also can start adding more criteria. You've got years of experience, years at the company or at the practice in this case, the head count. So you can begin to be a lot more granular if you've decided that really you only want to be targeting small practices, then you can select 1 to 10. If it's only large practices, for example, that can benefit from your services, you can go ahead and select any of the larger practices. So initially we're just going to do a search, and we've got 955 results. So what we can do here is ensure that we're not including the wrong types of companies or wrong types of people within our search, and we can do that by selecting health, wellness and fitness here, and cosmetics. And then what we're doing is we're avoiding people who are in marketing and advertising, information technology, veterinary, accounting, etc. So people who might have had experience working with dentists, and so they might have the dentist type related keywords within their profile, and we just want to be making sure that we're not targeting those people, because we're going to be sending very specific messages, and we want to make sure we're not sending them to the wrong people, because that'll come across as quite spammy if we're sending a message to somebody who's in marketing about dentistry, and they're going to be quite confused by that. So once you've created a search and you're happy with the types of people who have shown up within that search, so for example we can see from this search we've got owner dentist here, principal dentist, principal owner. So this is an implant clinic, so that's pretty close, and they are the owner, so definitely that's relevant. Cosmetic dentist, principal dentist. So every single individual here is relevant to the targeting we want to be using. So we're happy with our search that we've made, so we can just go here and click Save Search. And that's the great thing, we can just go ahead and save the search and make the search again in the future at any point. So once we've saved the search, we can go ahead and now use DuckSoup to message everyone within this page. So once you've installed DuckSoup, it appears in the top right hand corner of the screen, and you just click on that, and you can click Visit Profiles. And what DuckSoup will do is it will go through every single profile on every single page and visit each individual and message them with whatever custom message that you've set up. So just by clicking Options, we can go ahead and decide what message we want to be sending people who we're connecting with. So within DuckSoup, you can select whether you'd like to send a message when you're connecting with people. And in this case, we could send out a message, for example, I'm linking with top dentists within whatever location they're in. You can use this symbol here to indicate what location they're on. It'll automatically fill in their location as well as their first name and get them to connect. Once they've connected with you, you can then send follow-up messages to them. You can also tag their profile to indicate anything you'd like. For example, when you messaged them, what location they're in, anything about the current search you're doing. You can make sure their profile gets tagged, and you can then use that data to filter through in the future. There are a number of different settings within DuckSoup to help you stay within the limits within Sales Navigator. So, for example, DuckSoup will make sure that only up to 200 roughly connection requests are sent per day, and only 500 direct messages are sent, to make sure that your LinkedIn profile doesn't get banned from over messaging. Another important part of the process is to ensure that your LinkedIn profile is set up for the type of audience that you're targeting. So this particular audience is a profile that I've got here has been set up to target agency owners of marketing companies. And so my banner is designed around the pain point that agency owners might have regarding their pay-per-click marketing. So going back to the dentist example, if we're targeting dentists who need assistance with getting more clients within their practice, the pain point in the banner here could be, do you need more clients for your dental practice? Are you looking for a way to scale your dental practice? Are you getting results from your marketing campaigns for your dental practice, etc.? And then we could have something to the effect of, I specialize in assisting dental practices in scaling using marketing automation or using a certain type of marketing, and
market to them that way. So that when they do visit my profile after they receive that connection request, it's essentially like a giant advert explaining to them how this can benefit them, what they need to do to get in contact, why they should be interested, just to get them thinking about this service and how they can help them. And that's always going to be in the back of their mind, that this person can help me grow my dental practice. And if they're already thinking at that moment about how they can achieve that, then you've just delivered them that message that they're looking for at the right time. This particular profile could be less wordy. So this could have some stronger call to actions, less content, just be a bit more snappy, and I think that would definitely improve things for my profile here. But yeah, it's important to have a profile which really focuses on the type of audience that you're going to be targeting. So another great thing about DuckSoup is that you can download all of the data from every single person that you visited, which is great for getting back in contact with them, tracking who's connected with you, who hasn't connected with you, who messaged you already, what did they say, who do you want to message again, and follow-up messages that you can send, etc. So downloading the data is an extremely useful aspect of DuckSoup, and you can download it into an Excel document, and you get all their details. So crucially, you get their profile ID, profile link, you get their name, title, their company, location, and you can import this into whatever CRM you're using. So an example could simply be just a spreadsheet which houses all of the data for each person you've messaged on LinkedIn, tracking what their response has been, messages you've sent them, to A/B test which messages get the best response, what are people replying to. You can get back in contact with them, make follow-ups, so it's a very effective way of growing your connection list of the type of individuals that you want to be targeting, and then sending follow-up messages to them, follow-up information on how to grow their businesses, and that will get them getting back in contact with you to see if you can potentially help them. So that's the process. Any questions, feel free to get in touch anytime.